You see and use their creations all the time, but you may not know their name. South Bank Partners, Inc. is responsible for the South Bank shuttle that connects the river towns of northern Kentucky and Cincinnati, as well as conceiving the Purple People Bridge, the pedestrian link between Ohio and Kentucky. In our U.S. Bank Customer Spotlight, Jack Moreland, the CEO of South Bank Partners, joins Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith in the studio. Jack and Jamie.
Thanks, Peg. Jack, thanks for being here today.
My pleasure.
Let's talk a little bit, if you will, about one of your projects, the Kentucky 9 connector. What exactly does that mean to the region?
Jamie, that project has been discussed since 1964. And what it does is connects the AA highway, or the old Route 9, which terminates there, or at least morphs into the city of Newport there in southern Newport. It creates a boulevard that will bring folks down the west side of the city of Newport, turn in front of the 4th Street Bridge, the one that goes to Covington, and then there's a roundabout there, and then it all continues on to the Taylor-Southgate Bridge. And it does so many things for the city of Newport and also for the city of Covington.
So it kind of runs along the Licking and then turns and runs along the Ohio.
That is correct.
I noticed the roundabout's underway already by the Taylor-Southgate. So.
It is. We've also done some work with Vivian Yambi, and we're going to dress those roundabouts up pretty dramatically so that when folks come into the city of Newport, they really get the best first impression that they can get.
Well, that'd be great. I can't wait to see it. Now talk a little bit about the Riverfront Commons, what it is and what it means.
Riverfront Commons is a signature project for South Bank Partners. It's an 11.5-mile biking and walking trail, that's hard to say, that starts in Fort Thomas and terminates at the city limits of Ludlow-Bromley.
Okay.
So it goes all the way along the Ohio River, going from Ludlow all the way to Fort Thomas.
Wow.
And we look at it from several different perspectives, one of which obviously is recreation. But that may not be the most important part of it, because the economic development that will occur along this biking and walking trail is going to be really dramatic.
Well, that's great. Well, that kind of brings up another question to me. South Bank Partners, correct me if I'm wrong here, 6 cities, 2 counties all working together. Does it work?
It does. Back during the recession, when things were really, really hard to manage and developers wouldn't return your calls, we made a concerted decision to join partners formally. We were advised to do that because of from the folks in Louisville, Kentucky, who have done such dramatic work with their riverfront. They said, in order to be successful, you're going to have to form this partnership. So we went around to all the city commission meetings, made our case that being together was more important than being separate, and they fortunately bought into that. Of course, the county governments that the cities reside in, they are also a part of that. So we really have 8 governmental agencies, about 45 different elected officials, and we're all getting along. That's amazing, isn't it?
That's great. I'd love to see it keep continuing to spread, maybe even on both sides of the big river,
and
too.
The key to this is that they believe that the Ohio River is an asset.
Yeah.
And we need to maximize our asset. And there's not a lot of that you can't agree with, because it truly is a real asset to us.
Well, listen, thanks for being on the show today, and I'd love to have you back on as some of these projects progress and we see where we are.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much.